Hello, lovely people. Hope you're all doing great, because I am. This vlog is about last Monday, and I finally did it. I won a tournament in sailing. Technically, last year I won the first prize, but then I lost the flip for the first place after a deal. So technically, this is my first win in poker, selling poker club. I'm, I'm just without words. So many great hands. A combination of running good, playing good, and when it all comes together, I finally did it. So I am really, really happy to present you this vlog and my first win in Selling Poker Club. So without further ado, let's just go into it and enjoy. There's lots of good hands.
So here we go, my first win in Selling Poker Club, and I'm excited about it. Why don't we start with pocket rockets? What a perfect way to start a vlog. Cutoff and a small blind limp. I 3-bet to 600, they both call. We go 3 ways to the flop here. I kind of didn't run particularly good here in the beginning, so I became short stack pretty quickly. The flop is 4-10 king, rainbow, perfect, nothing dangerous for aces here. I continue for 1100, they both call. I presume my hand is still best and I bet for value. We continue to the turn here. Not much to say here, it's pretty standard. You're supposed to bet until someone lets you know they have something better with a raise. So since I only have 4,000 left, I presume I bet this amount to jam the river or the turn. That would make sense. On turn I jam for 4,400, cutoff folds, and small blind eventually calls. We're facing 10-9 off and need a clean run out. He didn't really believe me. This particular player is very loose, doesn't really care about the money. He's rich as motherfucker. So anyways, so I bet big here, of course. I want to get a call. It looks like a bluff or a busted draw. So he calls, I double. Great result here. And we faded the last card. I think he had a 10-9, so yeah, it's perfect. Great way to start here. And since that point, we just keep on going up. Here we get Del pocket kings, beautiful. I change the table and get pocket kings on the gun. Flop goes check, check, with this player being super aggressive loose. I want him to bluff. I checked on the flop with the intention to look weak. On the turn, big blind leads for 2,000. I call, of course. The pace of this table was really quick. I didn't manage to record at all here, at least not on the river. Big blind fires 5,000. I call. He's got a pair of 8s, and I win a nice pot here. He was going super fast. I couldn't keep up with the camera, so I apologize for that. Here we get dealt king jack suited. Under the gun opens for 2,000. Button, me, and big blind call. We go 4 ways to the flop. Family pot here. We're only 4 players at the table at this point, so let's see what the flop bring us. The pot is 8,000. 8, 5, 10. 2 hearts. I'm not going anywhere here. We all check the flop, and turn is a beautiful king. So now we have a pair to a top pair to add to the flush draw, and it's time to put some money in the pot. I think I bet 3,500. Get a call. and we complete our flush here, and this is a mistake. On the river I complete my king high flush and decide to check, which is a mistake. A small value bet of 5,000 to 7,000 would be better. Big blind checks behind and I win. Terrible result, a mistake, clear. Pocket tens here, under the gun opens to 2,000. I 3-bet to 6,000 and he calls. Still the same table, it was going really fast, so the flop is queen, queen, 6, 2 spades. On the flop I check with intention to call. Under the gun bets 7,000. I call since it's highly unlikely he's got a queen. His pot is beginning to look like it's gonna end up being huge. The turn goes check check. I could bet the turn, but if he's on a flush draw, he'll never fold. And the river goes check check as well. Pot is huge. There's no reason for me to bet and fold to re-raise when I have a showdown value. Pocket tens hold and win this huge pot here. His next hand is 8-7 of diamonds. Button limps. I limp. A big blind 3-bets to 5,100. Button folds. I call. It's kind of weird. I normally open with this hand, but since someone limped in front of me, I just kind of, wanted to look weak. And see what the flop brings us. I call, we go heads up to the flop here. And the flop is, I'm not sure if I need glasses here, but isn't this straight flush? It's time to build this pot without scaring him away. I take a small betting lead of 3,500 and get 3-betted to 9,000, which is beautiful. I mean, I'm more than happy to call, of course. This opponent is very solid. He just changed the table with a huge stack of 95,000. Was running really good. And he came to this table, he played some hands, and then he ran into me hitting the straight flush. And how can he get away from this? It should be easy, right? I was kind of scared I wouldn't get any value here, but since he 3-betted me, I was just happy as a dolphin. And I wanted to look weak here. I turned on the Hollywood act. On turn I check to trap. Big blind bets 11,000. Normally I try to guess my opponent's range, but in this case I can't lose, so it doesn't really matter. So I happily call. If I was trying to put him on a hand here, it would definitely be some flush draw with an ace high, something. Two paired hands or big pairs should not continue here. Not the second time when I call. You're definitely beat. But you know, we all do make mistakes, and I look like a type of person that could bluff a lot. So this case I just called. Of course, no reason to scare him away. I got the nuts. And the ace on the river here. It's time to do some Hollywood, like I have a tough decision to make. I jam for 65,000, which is a huge overbet, and have him covered. This overbet looks like a bluff or nuts. Now he's got a big decision to make with his ace-6 off. He later told me he had that. He tanks forever, tries to talk to me to get info, but my soul has left my body and I'm brain dead and give him absolutely nothing. So I had to cut this video because he was thinking like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. He's in agony and doesn't know what to do. It took him all evening to build his stack, and now now it's in danger. Eventually he calls and I show him the nuts and take his chips and his soul. A great result here. I would probably play this hand differently if I was him, but yeah, I don't know why he would continue with only 6 high and 3-betted me, trying to scare me off. I guess he got burned there. We got to the final table here, I guess. 3 players left. Button opens to 8,000. I got aces again. Small blind folds. I 3-bet to 20,000. The button calls. On a safe flop, I continue for 20,000. And he quickly folds. Great result with aces here. Since only 3 players, the pace was extremely fast. I did manage to record this one, but later on it was not really time when I was a dealer to do that, so I did my best. Hope you will enjoy it anyway. This hand is interesting. I opened to 8,000 with this terrible hand, small blind and big blind folds. Small blind is a good player. He was putting a lot of pressure on me by 3-betting me a lot and didn't allow me to dominate the table as a cheap leader. And the flop here, I think I only hit a 7. I had basically the bottom pair. I'm sorry I didn't get the flop as a dealer. It was King Jack 7, 1 club. I continue for 8,000. Small blind 3-bets to 28,000, and he's been doing that a lot, and I decided to stand my ground and call this time. Which is a little bit loose. Only had a stack of 100,000 here. I intended to jam either the turn or the river, so the turn is a 9. Now I have a gut shot, draw, and small blind bets 35,000, and I decide it's time to lose my mind and jam for 62,000. He quickly folds and I win this pot. But the way this hand played is I took my time to check the pot, how much was in there and what did I want to do. So my Hollywood worked this time. You know, it looked really strong, and I was trying to figure out why would he bet this amount, and he re-raised me when the 9 looks even more dangerous for his range. If he has a small pair or ace 10 there, he has nothing. So he's just trying to show aggression without actually hitting anything. I presume that's why my bluff worked. And I thought, well, I will give it a go here. So I jammed, and which was kind of stupid, I guess, but it worked. Could not possibly guess what he had. He is a great player. But it worked. I was really happy there. I took a lot of chips to my stack there. And you know how it is. I was keep getting good cards, and button here I get dealt ace king. Button opens to 11,500. Small blind jams for 58,000. I rejam. Button folds. We're facing pocket 7s that are behind. We need to hit to win. And I believe I get this flop here, and I hit absolutely nothing. And he doubles through me. At this point I was thinking, is this possible? Running so good, and I was meant to win this tournament. When I get rockets for the 3rd time this evening, I open to 16,000. Small blind folds and big blind calls. We got action at least with my rockets. Perfect. Didn't get the flop here, but it was safe as far as I remember. On the safe flop, aces, big blind checks. I continue for 16,000. Big blind jams has me covered. I snap call. We're facing king 9 off as a bluff, and I'm in great shape here. We need a clean run out, and we get just that and win. So after that we got about 50-50 in chips, and I ask the other player if he wants to make a deal. Big blind gets crippled to 13,000, and I eliminated him in the next hand with 10, 2 off, where I hit a 10 on the flop. After that, we make a deal and flip for the first place. Great tournament. I was really happy. At that point, it didn't really matter. It was just for the points. And here's the final flip.
Ja. Skal vi vise? Okay, kør bare.
Jeg har da den der til at starte med.
Det har jeg også. 9'er.
Så har du 9'eren. Ej, nej, det er jo sindssygt, mand!
Jeg vinder!
Jeg er ikke engang så vidt den taber jeg kraftedeme til S9.
Sådan!
Ej, hvad fanden sker der, mand?
Woo!
So guys, what did you think? My first win. I am so happy. At the beginning of the tournament, I didn't run particularly good. It ended up, I ended up short stack really quick. I was down to 6,000 chips, and then I got aces, and I doubled, and I got queens against jacks, all in, and I doubled again just before the break, and it just went up and up and up, and everything was going my way from that point onwards. Really good tournament. Was winning lots of hands. I got kings 3 times, aces 3 times, queens, jacks. I mean, lots of monster hands. I even hit my straight flush. So it was just running good, playing good, awesome stuff. So not many mistakes to report about, but I did some bluffing too, as you saw. I think a couple of times. One I didn't mention was with 5-7 of clubs on the final table. When we were 3 players left. Only hit a bottom 5, and I jammed on turn. Got a fold from the limper. So yeah, really happy. We made a deal, 50-50, so 3,000 kronas to everybody, to both, and we flipped for the win. And I was kind of lucky with ace-9 against aces, with hitting 2 9s. So yeah, this was it for now. I have another vlog for you ready to next week, every Sunday. I try to post them every Sunday. So, but I'll do my best. But every Sunday you can expect. I'll try to be consistent to get another vlog out. And thank you for your support. I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed to my channel. And I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care.